Welcome back to streamlineed.com. In the last video, we looked at how to add quiz folder and the question that allows us to share with another teacher. Now, this is going to be the most interesting part, is the grading. So we're going to learn how to set up the gradebook on streamlineed.com so that it is auto-calculated for you and it's recorded for you so that you don't have to do any calculation or very minimum grading. So the first thing you have to do is, of course, is gonna be under administration, and then from there you are going to go to set up gradebook. And right now you notice you just have the name of your course, right? Sample. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna add a category. So the logistic behind the gradebook system is that you have uncategorized activities, the assignments, that's going to count toward homework and so on. And then we have the assessments, which including all tests and quiz. And lastly, we have your bell work, okay? So this is what we do in our class. And then from there, we will create subcategory. So let's create our first category. We're going to call this miscellaneous. It's just like uncategorized, okay? And this is going to label as its own categories. I don't have to fix anything, and that's pretty much it. You just save changes. Done. You create one category. And what I like about this is for miscellaneous, you have activity that doesn't belong to a specific category at that moment, or you don't want to be part of a calculation for a unit. It just stay there, okay? Like extra credit. You just leave it in miscellaneous. And that's pretty much it. Now let's create another category, a parent category for an assignments. So we click on add category and click on add assignments. And then don't worry about anything, because when we create a parent category, we don't have to make any changes at all. By default, it's perfect already. Now, let's create a unit for that particular assignments. Remember how we want everything in that unit to be calculated for us? So we're going to create a add category, and we're going to call this unit 1, okay? And then for parent category, we're going to choose assignments and then save. So now we have a unit 1. Basically, every assignment for unit 1 will be going to unit 1, and at the end it will be total the score for you. Now let's create another category for unit 2 under assignment. Add category, unit 2. And the same thing, go to parent and choose assignments. Pretty much we are done, okay? Now let's get back to assessment. We know that we don't have a lot of assessments, so that's the reason why we don't have assessment by unit. It wouldn't make any sense. So we just create an assessment category as its own parent category. We call this tests and quizzes. How about that? And save. And that's pretty much it, right? And recently we discovered something called bell work and how important it is to have a bell work at the beginning of class and an exit ticket at the end of class. It completely changed the dynamic of our class in terms of students are now more engaging. So we actually need to have bell work calculated for us on a weekly basis or a bi-weekly basis. So that way our students are now being on task, because it is affecting their grade, but it's also giving that immediate feedback for our students. So we are going to create another category. And of course, when we record this on our school gradebook, it's going to count as part of an assignment. Does that make sense? Okay, because it is pretty much, it has to be large enough to affect our student grade, or else they wouldn't care. So we click save changes, and it's going to become a parent category. And what we're going to do next is we are going to create a subcategory for every week or bi-weekly, and I'm going to call it BW1, and I'm going to put the date on this. Okay, let's assume that we're starting week 1 back in August or September. So we're going to call this 8, 9, and all the way to what week is it going to be? 18, okay. I don't know, 8, 9 to 18. And that's the first 2 weeks of school, okay? And then for the parent category, we're going to choose bell work. And then we probably want to create another one for the next week because we overachiever. We want to do it ahead, and we don't have to worry about it later. Add another category, and we can call this BW, okay, 2, and this is from what, 821 all the way to 825. Why am I doing this 1 week now? Because I realize that my students don't care at the beginning of the year. So let's do this by 1 week, so that way the impact on the grade will be immediate. So the student know it, and their parent know it, and you know it. So 825. So again, you can manipulate this based on the type of group for your student, based on your student. And then again, choose parent for bell work, and pretty much it. Now let's think of a scenario. What if you want to move this up here? Notice how there's a little gear right there. You can actually click on this. This allows you to choose where would this be located. So I want this to move up here. I just click that up right there, and now it's going to go up there. Now what if you want to change this back down here again? Of course, you click on the same move button, and that would allow you to move that down here. Just be careful, don't click right here. That belongs to the subcategory of B1. Okay, so click right there. Now you have week 2, and at the end of every week you will have a total score for each one of your students. Isn't that easy? And that's how you organize the gradebook for your class throughout the whole entire year. And also, thank you for your time. If you find this video is helpful, or if you have any question, feel free to put a comment below, and remember to click subscribe and like. Welcome to the family of StreamlineEd.com, and we hope to empower you to become the greatest teacher possible.